Tonight, Brett Kavanaugh's contentious confirmation battle heading to a dramatic conclusion after another day of protests and suspense. The decision coming down to 4 senators who today finally revealed their intentions. First, Alaska Republican Lisa Murkowski voting no in a critical test vote, indicating she could not support Kavanaugh.
I believe he is a good man. It just may be that, in my view, he's not the right man for the court at this time.
But Arizona Republican Jeff Flake, who originally called for the FBI background investigation, announcing he would vote yes.
He'll get confirmed tomorrow?
We'll did our best. I would think so.
Then there were 2, Kavanaugh needing one of them to secure his seat on the nation's highest court. After an hours-long wait, Maine Republican Susan Collins coming to the Senate floor, arguing there was not enough evidence to back up the sexual misconduct allegations against Kavanaugh, including Christine Blasey Ford's claim, an accusation Kavanaugh denies.
None of the individuals Professor Ford says were at the party has any recollection at all of that night. I do not believe that these charges can fairly prevent Judge Kavanaugh from serving on the court.
Collins will vote yes.
I will vote to confirm Judge Kavanaugh.
Republican applause in the chamber. Moments later, Kavanaugh picking up a Democratic vote. Joe Manchin from deep red West Virginia, a state President Trump won by 42 points, also backing the judge.
I believe Dr. Ford. Something happened to Dr. Ford. I don't believe that the facts showed that it was Brett Kavanaugh.
All of it punctuating one of the fiercest Supreme Court confirmation fights in history.
The conduct of left-wing dark money groups and their allies in this body have shamed us all.
Never before have we had a nominee display such flagrant partisanship and open hostility at a hearing.
Kavanaugh responding to that criticism, delivering his own closing argument. Writing in the Wall Street Journal, I might have been too emotional at times, adding, I hope everyone can understand that I was there as a son, husband, and dad. And after tomorrow's vote, it appears all but certain he'll also be a Supreme Court justice. Peter Alexander, NBC News, Washington.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.